your system's
Bruh.
voice control for slightly above the normal listening level.
Cowabunga, Tritos, welcome to the 80 stream. We're doing it right this time. We're trying to. These audio levels good. Playing Galaga in the background, of course. All stream, man. It's gonna be. Sorry, I just pressed the wrong button. We'll be good. So, hey, y'all hear me? Audio's supposed to sound bad, dude. Whoa, my whole internet's like crapping out right now. Dude, I'm pushing it to the limit right now with all these apps. I'm telling you. Hold on, let me change the audio because people are complaining. It was not a bug, it was a feature. All right, how are we doing now? We okay on audio? It was supposed to sound like that. I can't.
Twack, Trump's Truth Social app dropping in March. Merging with Trump Media and Technology Group.
It was supposed to sound bad, chat, okay? Because I was like on 80s telephone, you know, kind of microphone. It was too much. I don't know, dude. Whatever. Anyway, so we're just joking on the audio and the video. I mean, you can see this the chart clear as you could on any other day. So what's Bitcoin done? It spent a little time consolidating, spent a good 12 hours selling off after hitting that highest high of the entire rally yesterday, $45,500. But guess what? In less than 1 hour, we'll have a 4-hour bullish and golden candle. And you know what it's back testing, or it's attempting to break? Chat? The resistance from January 13th. You break that, man. I mean, I get it. There's like some swing lows from December. But again, I think when you're talking about such a real breakout here, you go to the daily, you just look at the Fibonacci and the common retraces. I think you got some higher to go. A little bit higher, anyway. And that's about it, right? I mean, positive momentum is building. Good God, highest level of positive momentum you've seen since October 11th today. And bullish control zone, you're above 60 on the RSI. Those are some solid things going on the daily. And anything above $40,000 is spectacular. Because what we know about history, being above 40K, could at least be 53K, 58K, maybe 69K. I mean, every single time you've broken 42K for real and not updressed and failed, it's done that. So I wonder if history repeats itself this time. Or we know there's Fibonacci, but there's a major resistance at like 58K. So, yeah, I mean, across the market, not much has done anything. Most things are down today. Mostly, like, altcoins got, you know, pretty sold off from Bitcoin barely selling off. You know, Bitcoin's up on the day, and a lot of the alts are still down like 3 to 5+%. I mean, there were ones down like almost 10% earlier. So, just another day. Not much has been going on, but just kind of everything's holding on, right? Everything's just. We'll look at Ethereum now, just because there's, you know, daily 4-hour. We'll go to Ethereum, and here it is. Ethereum that is still above its critical inflection point is not at its 88% retrace like Bitcoin. Bitcoin hit 100% retrace. Right, so Ethereum is underperforming Bitcoin. 3281 is that 88% retrace. You're not there yet. You could very well be getting there soon based on the way things are looking right now. And the other thing that's so crazy, good crazy, is the downtrend you were in for so long. You broke it yesterday, and today, what have you done? Market participants love breaking out, and when you do, they like pushing the price down to just make sure to confirm the validity of what was once a supply line is now a demand line, and you're trying to bullishly engulf off that demand line. So you would think that if you're above 3K, if you're regarding an old supply line as a demand line right now, and you're trying to bullishly engulf, I mean, what's to stop it from going to at least the pattern completion zone 3280 and change, right? Or even maybe eventually 3417. See what Bitcoin did, make 100% retrace. So you got that going on. It's real. Yeah, so that's your Ethereum update. Still good.
Matthew current tip $21.22. Zker/US 0.006798688.
Skrr. Xcure. Y'all know what that is? No, I didn't know what it was till yesterday. Someone posted about NFTs, and it's supposed to be the Gosu NFT platform. So I'm like, yeah, if it's really that good, let's look at the chart. I was blown away by the chart. Chart like freaked me out. It was so good looking. Really, really, really good looking. It'll be the first asset we look at, it seems. Wait, no, maybe second, because yeah, Tommy tipped sorry, 5 minutes ago, my bad. And I think he tipped during the intro or something. We'll look, or maybe not.
Thoughts on PLTR?
Palantir, we'll look Henry. So Tommy, Matthew, Henry, thank y'all. All three of those will be analyzed today on stream. Thank you. OpenSea is a big NFT platform, but again, like whatever they posted in general chat in the Discord, evidently or apparently, I don't know, man, it could just be a shit, dude. You can't believe anything, man, anymore when it comes to crypto. You know, oh, that sounds great. I mean, again, I just was interested because I learned of its existence. We had sold NFTs yesterday, and I wanted to see the chart, and it was great. Well, again, you will become learned, or you will become enlightened on why it seems like a good chart. But it is a little, I mean, it's up like 19% today. So, all right, here's what great news. Yeah, I get it. People will be nervous or something because you are making a lower high in the previous high, but the wave's not over. It's not done, right? You haven't like confirmed a lower high and dumped. No, you're just literally spending not just the 4-hour, but also the daily, the breakout and the back test. Okay, tomorrow give me a bullish engulfing candle for a break, cook, and go. Strongest form of confirmation, and run to 3417 and then break it and then go to 4200 or at least 3950. So we get it, you know. If you stall here and you make a lower high, hidden bearish divergence would be definitely beginning its development. But that's a lot of positive momentum, man. That's the most positive momentum we've seen in a very long time. Just kidding, chat. Did you know this is the more you know type situation? You know, Ethereum yesterday made its highest level of positive momentum on the daily in human history. Not even the day of May 9th did you see this much positive momentum. That's wild, dude. That's it's good. I figure that's pretty nice, man. You're getting close to 60 or 57, so you're near the bullish control zone. And hopefully in a week or two, by then, we're going to be in the bullish control zone, maybe overbought. That'd be wonderful. So yeah, who doesn't like history and identifying history? Because I didn't know. No. So, all right, let's look at the fusion of these two with all the others. Here it is, total market cap.
I like turtles.
What do we like about totals? The fact that it respected the TA. Saw 2 trillion today. Chat. Highest market cap you had seen since January 17th. It's not a joke. It must be breached. What happens at supply lines? People have limit sells set up because supply. That's what selling is they have supply and they're offloading it. So breaking that, I think you could definitely see 2.21 to 2.3 trillion again. The only thing that the area really makes too much sense. So cool to see us test it now, and we haven't broken it yet. So cool story. Want us to? Oh yeah, that's a weird one. Okay. So big yikes here. I mean, not big, but kind of crappy yikes. Where we had already talked about this because we look at it every single day. So Dow Jones, thank you, man. Binance Coin on the daily, unfortunately, and it's undeniable. And I have no idea how it doesn't play out because it's so vastly underperforming Ethereum and Bitcoin. Right? So you're talking about you're still well confined within the downtrends, right? Channel, right? You're in that. You're bearishly engulfing on the daily. You're starting to develop triple MACD hidden bearish divergence. RSI hidden bearish divergence also beginning to develop here on this substantially lower high than previous high. 429, we knew that was an area where it could run to, and it's definitely an area where it could reverse at, as it has in history multiple times. So maybe you come back for a type 2. You give us a major double bottom or something. That would require Bitcoin selling off substantially. Or maybe, I don't even know, man, because like Bitcoin is up on the day. It's working on a bullish engulfing candle. And you got this alt along with most others that look kind of like this, where they've just made kind of crappy lower highs. They're in downtrends. Their most recent event is the lowest low of the entire correction. You need more. You need more evidence on some of these, a lot of these alts, most of these alts. Where Bitcoin's almost there. And, you know, you go to Bitcoin dominance to understand what's going on. It triple bottomed and in time could be at 50% market cap dominance again. Speaking of that, real quick, let's just go there so you can see it. It looks like it's just getting it's rolling again. It's running, you know, it's like flagging. And hidden bullish divergence on the daily developing now, you know, where you made a low, that bottom, and then you're making a substantially higher low with higher levels of negative momentum. You keep this up, continuation would be implied. And, you know, you got to get above that pesky 200 moving average, but you could see the range, right? The two major levels, 40% and around 47 to 49%. So where you are, you just can't be surprised if at this point, you know, Bitcoin dominance continues to rally here. And that wouldn't be good for alts, because if Bitcoin's rallying, then altcoins are going to rally too, but they're going to just massively underperform Bitcoin while Bitcoin goes to like whatever, 50K or something. Yeah, Ethereum's going to bullishly engulf. You know, in the next 41 minutes, it'll happen there too. Those are the big boys. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and most other things are just underperforming pretty bad, severely. Let's look at Sol. All right, this is another one that's just like, yeah, I mean, the argument for reversal is just not there yet. Bullish reversal, it's not. We knew 120 to 130 could be back tested as resistance because it was only regarded as support once in history. So, you know, they would like to see that. And when you're butting up against a resistance, right? You're butting up against a resistance, kind of worst case scenario is when you start showing a bearish edge in a downtrend, right? That's like buy reduction, great opportunity for, you know, short sellers to add to their position before it dumps again, for at least tries to retest the lows, confirmation low, maybe rallies there. But in actuality, based on what we know about wave structures, it probably doesn't make a type 2 or doesn't confirm a bottom, and it continues to rally and gets to deeper value perceived areas that make more sense. But hey, maybe not, whatever. You don't lose anything by not participating in this because you don't think it's worth it. You know, it's worth it down at $50. What's up, Donald?
Donald D tipped $27.76. Shib US KuCoin please. Up past few days but major long-term downtrend reversal. Appreciate it.
Yes. Yes, we will. Thank you, dude. Much love. Oh yeah, did y'all see that news? The freaking news, man. I mean, who cares? Because it's a joke, but it's also awesome. Someone posted it, in the Citadel. What was it? Okay, so Miller Lite has announced that they are opening a bar in Decentraland. They're also hinting that they'll be the first to have a Super Bowl ad in the metaverse. So it begins, kind of, ish. I'm just not gonna deal with that anymore. Galaga stuff in the background. Yeah, I don't know. That's... Guess what? Mana's up because of that news, most likely. Mana, yeah. Like, how could you not pump on that? Like, that is substantial for, you know, an asset in this space. And you're breaching some previous highs on the 4 hour. I would think that the major one, though, is here it is. Look, 359, the daily candle high close from October 30th. You breach that, man. Good stuff could happen. Really good stuff could happen. You're in the 60s. You're not even overbought yet on the daily. Positive momentum's at its highest level since, you know, back in November. And you didn't get a type 1 or anything. Or I'm sorry, you didn't get a type 2. You didn't get a confirmation low, no double bottom, but you did get 2 wicks off of the 200-day simple moving average in the middle of nowhere. You understand? Like, there was no support here. It bounced literally not at support. You get that? But you can clearly see what it was regarding. The 200-day simple moving average. So, awesome news for the metaverse. Continuing to gain that adoption and stuff, and in a big way. Gluten-free beer sounds like a veggie burger or something stupid, right? Okay, Cardano now. Cardano also not down too bad. All right, we had changed our tone on this one because of reasons, and you can see why. I mean, Bitcoin sentiment was bad before that major impulse candle that broke us out. You had some bearish divergence, a multitude on the 4 hour. Multitude of altcoins had some 4 hour bearish divergence. It looks like it played out, but in these market conditions where you are, it just looks like to me it's underperforming pretty bad, and it's just going to manifest into hidden bullish divergence and continue on and eventually hit that 137 target. It's just a measured move of a neutral pattern that broke out to the upside, just as you broke down and then you back tested as resistance. You'd have a target the inverse way, right? Like that. So nice to see it pivoting here and just catching some bids, because all these alts were down a lot more when Bitcoin was sitting today at its lowest point, 42,681. And now it's at 44,187. And it's just literally testing that $44,444 area. And once you break that, man, I mean, it could be a lot crazier than you think. I'm just saying it could be a lot crazier than you think based on historical price action. When things reverse and you breach 40K bullishly, besides one up thrust and failure, it was right here. This was the only time, July 31st and August 1st. Only fake out we all ever saw on Bitcoin above 40K, 42K. But when every other time, every single other time, which is only 2 other times, or 3 if you include the successful back test and then reversal. So if it's 3 times, all it's ever done when it breaks or back tests successfully 42K is run to minimum $53,000. So y'all think that history would repeat itself there? I mean, besides the MACD looking a little blah, on the 4-hour, it looks like the oscillators have just reset and could be getting ready to go again. And we could have another good evening. I mean, you're talking about 64.85 taking off a day. Asia's waking up. Well, Asia might have shifted their tune too. Not China, but everywhere else in Asia. Also, did you see the biggest crypto seizure in all of history today? $3.6 billion from the biggest morons ever. If you ever saw them, the people that did steal the money, almost like a female rapper or something. Rapper. Yeah, well, hopefully she's good at rapping in front of an audience of her peers in jail, in prison, forever probably, hopefully. You can rap to that audience. Okay, so we've looked at the big 4 total. Let's look at the S&P 500 that actually held on today. It held on, and good stuff could be coming maybe if this keeps up. It's still just, right, you're just not quite there yet, but you can't breach 45.38 yet. You're still below it. Until you're above that, until you break the supply line, you got to be cautious. But it could just be an impulse up and then consolidation before rallying higher, but you are literally staring at hidden bearish divergence in development still in the 4-hour. So it just kind of, it all depends on this one little area right here. The confluence between the horizontal line resistance and the supply line, right? 45, your big area, and you can fill a gap. And really, I mean, above 45, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down territory. So if you break 45, you could very well run up to 47.17 again, based on historical price action between those two levels. But if you can't break it, which you haven't been able to break it since you gapped down, unfortunately, there could be a lot of downside again, 4,300. So let's just see what happens. That's the area to watch on the S&P, okay? Your Dow Jones Industrial outperformed a little bit today. There's a gap fill at 36,107, but just like the S&P has its own resistance horizontally, so does the Dow Jones, which is at 35,624, that peak from August 16th. You got to break that, man. You've already tested and failed it, but a nice shallow retrace and now attempting a rally immediately. So it's all about that level. If you can break that, I think you're going to fill the gap. And this is the best looking index fund of all of them by far. It's not even close. I mean, kind of ish, close-ish. But yeah, Dow Jones is the outperformer of the 4. And if you hold above 35,098, you're okay. And it did hold above it. So let's see if we catch some follow through in the coming days. NASDAQ Composite. It did something very good today. Very sneaky, though. Very, very sneaky. The old all-time high back from February and April of last year. It was also a support in July of last year. Also a support from October of last year. You got a candle close, a 4-hour candle close above it. We'll see how the daily turned out. Wow, we have a daily bullish engulfing candle, right? 3 days rejecting that level, a critical level as resistance. And I just say, it's all about like, okay, then give me some follow through. There has been no follow through on the rejection. So what do? You close at your highest level, your highest price since February 2nd. And again, a daily candle high close back above that area. Not by much, but literally you've done it. You did it, man. So if you did get a daily candle close above that area, then give me some follow through tomorrow. You give me some follow through, all of a sudden it starts becoming, understandable that you could go run to see 14,800s, just a peak back from July 15th. Maybe we just go fill the gap at 14,422. I mean, that would probably be reasonable. Let's just take baby steps because we had a bearish abandoned baby steps to fill the gap. And then we'll talk after that. But up 1.28%, engulfed daily. Nice. Okay. QQQ, very more interesting. Okay. Because it's, it doesn't have a lot of the dead weight because it's the 100 and it's tech. All right. Look at the Qs. NASDAQ 100. As it held that support beautifully, right? From February and April. But this is how it's different. This trend line's the same on the NASDAQ. It's higher on the Qs. So outperformer, these are outperforming somewhat. This is a slight outperformer of the big NASDAQ composite. But what's so cool about it is it has sprung and has back tested the spring of the horizontal support from July and October, and you're holding it for now. And you engulfed technically, and the oscillators look fine. So if this does hold long enough, you could very well start catching some bids, some real bids that, eventually could probably take you up to 381. So not bad there at all. Just hold that area and everything's good. This one has a safety net. This one's it's got two major supports. Even if it breaks this, it goes down to this support, and that's still very strong. Could very well be strong. It was before. So there you go. Russell 2000. Nice rally today off the divergence was there. It's the wave is still going, it seems. You got to wonder how long that's going to last. I think I just don't know why. It would be pathetic if the asset couldn't, or this index fund couldn't at least go just test 2085 as resistance before rejecting it and going to lower prices. Okay. So that's probably where you're headed if this is going to keep up. It's up 1.63% today. If you break 2085, it will be an interesting conversation to have because then we need to back test it, but then we got to recapture the previous discernible highs around 2260, 2270. And then it's just a lot of work to be done here on this one before we can start saying big trend reversal happening, bullish trend reversal, right? Because you've kind of made a very bearish argument breaking this channel you've been in for a year. So you got to get back above that. You got to do something, man. All right, probably see it 2085 in time to test it. I don't know if you'll break it. You could break it out the divergence, maybe. And if the other index funds play ball, they keep rallying, the market recovers, volatility plummets, continues to plummet, then yeah, this thing would probably break back above 2085. It would, right? Just like S coins would rally with Bitcoin. They rallied, but they've underperformed. Yep. We have less than 30 minutes until your daily candle close. If you're enjoying the live stream, the like button, the bell, sub, as we're about to shift gears into commodities for a minute. V-alert. Okay. Let's go to gold. Gold, chat, gold. Looking fine. Looking real fine. Very fine. Hidden bullish divergence on the daily is now seeing positive momentum. Let's see how high this goes. How far will this divergence take us? Well, you'd think with just relentless accumulation going on for the greater part of 6 months or so, this is when it started becoming confirmed in reality that you could start visualizing accumulation. I would think much higher. That's just me, though. That's just the hunch. That's just me looking at GLD and PAX. Here's your GLD, your gold trust. I mean, just look at this. Supply line, you had it. You up thrusted, you failed, you sold off. Complex inverse head and shoulders in development. Yes, complex-ish inverse head and shoulders on the second one low, then the second low that's substantially higher than the first low. And you broke out, you re-broke out, and you back tested it once and twice. That's it, man. I mean, I just think that GLD Got one higher, man. In time, if one's patient, but hey. There you go. There you go, dude. It's held. And you're not... Look at your RSI. 58 on the daily. A lot of upside potential. Market participants will it. Alright? Very good. Here's your silver. Looking great, man. Back above. $23. Hidden bullish divergence. Chat, let's go. We thought, like, this is possible. It started getting scary, though, that it was about to get invalidated, but it never got invalidated. Now you have painted, and it's confirmed another higher low, classic accumulation structure, and above the critical support resistance that you desperately need to get back above. I mean, this is it, man. The rule of three. You'll see, again.
James who tipped $20.22. Omx, please.
Yeah, James, we'll look at OMG to the US dollar. Thanks so much for the 20. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so silver, and then just look at the SLV, just the financial instrument that one could own if they didn't have access to a Forex account. This is just so spectacular. Look at SLV, chat. It's just like 100% shark. And then it sprung, and then it back tested the spring, had a big rally, tested that 200-day moving average as resistance, then sold off. And look at your confirmation low. The confirmation low. And yes, of course, on the daily, hidden bullish divergence is very well developed now. Continuation applied at the bottom of a trading range, and just holding, and not just holding the bottom of the trading range, accumulation is very real here. I mean, you just gotta believe. I mean, these are very good signs at lowest risk areas, and they certainly can fail. Like, dude, you know, there have been many times when it all shifts, it's all over, right? 3 times, but couldn't do it. Lower highs, you know, double confirming the tops in. These tops are much higher than these highs, and yeah, it could roll over, and then you're just stopped out, just right below 2020, right? $20.20 on this one or something, right? You're out, you know, you take on very, very minimal losses and you move on your daily or something else. But what happens though, if this thing actually holds and rallies to the top of the range again, the upside is immense. There's immense upside potential. And that's just what it's all about. It's like, it's easy to strategize how to get out if it fails, and we know where to take profit if it succeeds. And we know where to enter because it's so close to where we can get out with very little losses. And that's all it's about here. Okay. So we just look at, so, hey, US oil though, pull back a little bit. Hey, it pulled back a little bit at a potential pullback area, right? A potential reversal area, a supply line, right? That is where there is supply of US oil. It hit that, and it seems there was enough supply to keep it from continuing up and showing on the daily your first level of negative momentum since December 9th. So your first level of negative momentum on the daily on US oil of 2022. Okay, so you could build off that, and there could be plenty of downside potential. As long as you stay above $87 though, wow, that's a big deal. That's not a joke. You go back to 2010, you're above that, and normally when you're above that long enough, you go straight up to $100+, over $100 most of the time. But yeah, just between $87, $100, straight up, straight down. But you got to go look at the local context to understand that there is a supply line. It's very well respected. So I don't know how deep the retrace is going to be. It's not even a valid. You can't even anchor yet Fibonacci because it's not even a 236. You'd have to go down to like 85, 89 for us to be like, okay, it's a valid swing low to high, and could be going to the golden zone between $74 and $81. Yeah, that would make plenty of sense. If you really wanted the value on oil, 786 is like the bottom of the, this big channel or ascending broadening wedge. So, okay, not bad. And platinum, same thing. It just still hasn't broken out. But chat, on the daily, this asset bullishly engulfed. It has not given up yet. It is still below the 200 moving average, still below the critical inflection point. But the context is very real. You were uptrending. You made lows. Well, you made the lowest low, COVID crash. You made a higher low. Now, higher highs, higher lows, previous lows. You're rallying. You're just absorbing remaining supply. And once the supply is breached on platinum, moon soon. Moon soon. Wow, helium futures up 47% today. Okay. You know, you got cotton futures mooning, still mooning. You got orange juice futures making finally a recovery after the drop last week. You got coffee futures still mooning, right? It looked like it was reaccumulating and is poised to make multi-year highs. You currently are sitting at the highest level on coffee futures you've seen since December 7th. So that could continue to rally, and eventually you could see yourself hitting 277 plus. So coffee futures is parabolic, or it's, you can clearly see how it legs up like a beast. Nothing's stopping it yet. Oh, we got 300 likes already. Nice, thank y'all. Cheers. And now we're pretty much done with across the markets. We're gonna start looking at the requests now. If you came in or whatever. The first request was DWAC. That didn't really catch any follow through today on the sell-off from yesterday. It didn't move really. It was up a little bit, right? Yeah, 0.81%. I don't think today has given us any hasn't. I don't think today really gave us much more vision than we had yesterday. I mean, the people who sold, they're still not back in. Clearly, the tweezer top still valid. You're still above that heart line of the channel you went, but like, dude, it's still, you're looking at a potential confirmation high, bearish engulfing candle, bearish divergence on the 4 hour. With such little data, I can't even go to the daily really. But you go to the 8 hour, 8 hours developing bearish divergence too, kind of. 12 hour, same situation, you know, potential like bearish divergence stuff. For just a slight mild pullback, I don't think, look, I'll tell you this, if you're in some sort of uptrend, the bearish indicators are going to be less reliable. But if they do play out, they very well could underperform to where we don't even get close to $57 or $52. It's possible too. Stay with the heart line and that won't happen. But I don't know. When you stare into the face of a one high, you don't know. You sell off and you rally again. Second time, people do know that the top's in. It's like confirmation highs. So you just got to be always cognizant of the second high that matches or slightly exceeds the first high, because it could just be the development of a wave structure that would take you down, a new wave, C to D, a big wave like X day, C to D. But I mean, I think you could say if you stay above this little area right here, like on the 4 hour, you stay above the $75 mark, I think you're in good shape too. That has yet to really be, I mean, it was tested, I guess, like February 3rd, but that was before the bearish engulfing tweezer top confirmation high. So if you test it again and hold, hey, you might be in good shape. But once you break 75 bucks, I think that might be where you see the deeper drawdown on this. Okay, that's your DWAC. Thank you, Tommy. All right, Xcure was the next request. 17 minutes till your daily candle close. Thanks everyone for being here on 80s day, 80s stream. Can you tell? Can you tell it's the 80s, man? This is what people, you know, wear in the 80s. Plaid, lots of plaid. It's timeless, but super 80s. Here's your Xcure. I looked at this last night and I'm like, sweet mother of God. Look how splendid this asset looks. It's a, you know, a deep B point, but doesn't really matter on the shark and the 886. Perfect 886. Bullish divergence on both oscillators, literally at the 886. You've sprung back above an inflection point from May of last year, and you've now back tested the spring successfully with just bullish convergence. And now you can clearly see the momentum shifting structure has all developed, right? And now you're just beginning to, breach this very real 265, 264 area. It's right there. If you can breach that successfully, there is 70% upside on this asset, chat. Straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. Okay, if you repeat history, breaking this area, the US straight up. Oh, I'm sorry, it's more than 70. Here it's 85% upside if you truly do break 265. Yeah. And this could usher in, I mean, dude, think about it. Like, Bitcoin actually really starts reversing to the upside, the trend, and we're just really going full on bullish. Do you understand? Like, you could be seeing like $10 one day again on this thing. Yeah. So it's like, I hate that it's up 20% today. But dude, if someone would have looked at this, if I even knew the existence of this asset on February 2nd, I'd have been losing my mind. It's just too perfect, Chad. You got to understand the things it's doing imply major upside, even though it's still up 20% today. I hate that, because that is, it's never a good day to ever buy anything that's up 20% on the day. Heck no. Yeah, XRP. Doing things big time. So, Raj.
Hey bro, good to see you. Can you take a look at Drop's ownership power, ERC20 token? It's only on Uniswap, their NFT lending protocol is going live soon.
Hey Raj, man, yeah, we'll look at Drop's ownership power, ERC20 token. It's on Uniswap. Sure, going live soon. If it's not on TradingView, I can't look at it. Sorry, dude. But I'll attempt to search for it, I guess. Thanks, Matt.
Okay, I have an alert set up where it's really starting to go. Might hear something, but can't say you weren't warned when eventually XCUR is at $5 again. Okay, if you're not gonna do anything with this, please take in everything of this analysis. Why it is good, what makes it spectacular, and you can apply this formula across all markets. It's like mathematics. It is essentially universal. So S-Coin, doesn't matter if it's an S-Coin. It's doing literally everything that all the other assets on traditional markets have been doing for 100 years plus and played out. So crazy, man. I don't know. Let's move on. That was from Matthew Huron. Let's go to PLTR. Palantir. Dude, it's an 886, man. Yeah, like, it's your scrub, dude. Oh my god. It's just like, yeah, congratulations on finally hitting an 886 from your IPO price to the scam all-time high when it hit $45. Yeah, you're at the 886. Have you done anything? No. I mean, you've continued, I guess, developing more bullish divergence, I guess. Sure, yeah. And thing is, though, the bullish divergence started playing out. Okay, you see the positive momentum building, and zero bids. No one's buying this thing at these levels yet. So yeah, I could go ahead and plot a big M shape. Everyone can see it. Everyone knows this is the area. But 1146 might be tested because that's a support. And if you don't hold 1146, you go down to $9. These are areas where at any time you could experience or see a reaction where some sort of impulse up occurs. It will probably be a pathetic trash impulse up. It might go to 1710, but then eventually it'll top out, hidden bearish divergence, and sell off, and we'll be looking for a type 2 return, the confirmation low. You haven't even really given us a type 1 yet. There has been no movement here. So I'll just plot it for you if you really want to see it, man. It's not really that crazy. This is your shark at its pattern completion zone, and it's caught zero reaction, nothing yet. So So there's no action to take, even if it's doing all these things and it's at that area. You need more evidence that it's not going to just roll over here. What happens if, like, worst case scenario happens on Palantir? Without confirmation, it could happen. It'd be arrogant to say it couldn't happen. A 113.
Flores Pump took
$5, $4.50.
$22. Dollar hex retesting previous resistance as support. Possible cup and handle on the daily. Let's take a look. Thanks, Mitch.
Thank you, Forced Pump.
I just felt like streaming.
We'll look at it. Okay, thank you, dude. Palantir. That's it. It's cool. It's at an area, but I don't think it's enough. But yeah, if it reacts here, don't be surprised. Okay. Oh god. Shiba Inu coin connects. Oh boy. Dude, it's down 5% today. I can't believe it. You know, that's great, man. Yeah, that's freaking wild. Let me show you this on the weekly, this asset, what it did. This is the weekly, all right? So massive bullish engulfing candle last week after successfully backtesting May 10th. Weekly candle close. It was once a resistance. It's now support. And rallying off of that, I mean, that's all the data you have on the daily. That's what it happened, though, you know, in the end. Okay, cool. That level. I mean, you can't even see it on the weekly. On the daily. Oh, so what are you doing? You're back testing this old October high, it seems, candle high close that was once also was resistance, support, resistance. It's trying to act as support again. Yeah, certainly some sort of supply line was broken or something. I wonder if we look at this in log. Nah, it doesn't really change much or make it not much more interesting. Or yeah, it's like, where do you eat? The sell-off was so bad, so severe that like you can't anchor anywhere and it makes sense. So to me, yeah, probably somewhere, however you anchor, there was a supply line like that or something broken. You know, you broke that. Congrats. And now you're just trying to hold 3/100ths of a penny as support, it seems. If that holds, you could rally, man. It could be a nice rally. I mean, at least to go test 3.9/100ths of a penny or whatever. Okay. So cool. It broke supply line, I guess, but it was really that weekly back test as support, and then the weekly bullish engulfing candle, and you just caught some follow through off of that. So there you go. Is there anything actionable for long on Shiba? No. And right, that's normally why you would want to request, right? You're applying traditional technical analysis taught here and other places, and you're requesting because you're like, hey, I've identified an aggregate of variables at a very critical inflection point, deep value perceived areas, whether it's short or long. What do you think? Versus, hey, could you look at Shiba? I mean, you can, but it's just not going to be that beneficial for everyone watching. So it's like, hey, could you look at Shiba? It's like, well, it broke out and it's up, you know, a lot. And that's it. But it's not like, oh, I can't wait to go long on Shiba right now. Time to post a trade setup on Shiba. Okay. OMG. That, yep, it, you know, it's down 3.7% today, but, you know, it kind of just, it was doing the same thing it was doing, right? It was making the 886. I still think this is okay, right? It just went a little lower. All right, I get you. 94% retrace. Look, it's still making a higher low than previous low. That's real. And you're continuing that divergence. Anything on the 3-day? 3-day is pretty insane. If you talk about from one low to the slightly pathetic lower low, I mean, is that not divergence? That's extreme divergence, right? Shoot, dude. Inexistent negative momentum on the slightly lower low. I mean, I'll just tell you this about OMG. I mean, this thing had an airdrop. It got devastated. and you made a 94% retrace, but somehow you're still making a higher low when the overall macro is beginning to reverse, maybe to the upside for a while. Could be a new big wave. Very well could, because you hit the 886. So to me, it's like, OMG. These are like lower risk areas at 521, you know. Higher risk area is going to be up at like $8 and $13, $15, $20, right? That's crazy. But, you know, down here, with the divergence on 3-day, you could get, I mean, this is exactly where assets do reverse. Even though it did violate somewhat of the shark a little deeper. That's okay, right? Scott Carney talks about, they don't always have to perfectly reverse at the 886. They can go a little deeper.
Can we take a look at BCH? Thank you.
You look at the 4 hour, it's nothing to write home about too much. It's like, it's just a short-term uptrend and a mid-term downtrend. Beautiful channel though. That's very well respected so far. Yeah, so that's cool. Nice uptrend since it bottomed out on January 24th. But not sure if we could call this a type 2 return or anything. So Chris, Bitcoin Cash, yeah, butterfly. Massive underperformer, terrible, like all the other dirtbag coins. Yeah, we'll look at that. So OMG, can't say it's not at deep potential. That's a 94% sale on OMG. From that low to the high on November 4th, right? 94% sale. People can dip their toes in deep retraces like that. I think that's healthy. Like, I mean, it's smarter behavior than trying to FOMO into an asset going berserk. It's cool that you're asking about something that's at these levels compared to people will be requesting OMG when it's at freaking $17. It's like, well, dude, it just came off the type 2 return of the other shark, you know, mooning. So no one said it was your request, Pigeon. What are you talking about? Someone named Donald requested Shiba to the US dollar. So talking about. Okay, DOP, which is drops ownership power. I guess it has to be to Wrapped Ether because it's on Uniswap, he said. Yeah, it's here. Super liquid. Never been here in my life. All right. Clearly, there's a big range, man. All right, like a mega range. I like the context where you bottomed out here and then you rallied and you created it. So it's like accumulation, reaccumulation. If this could definitely be considered a mega rectangle, and I think you could very well be working on, this sounds maybe crazy, you know, on Uniswap, but this is a potential partial decline. And the fact that you're testing the resistance again, there's a high probability testing whatever this is, 9.8 million wrapped ways. If you test like 10 million wrapped ways, I think there's a 70% chance of an upward breakout. Yeah, this is really good looking. Like massive accumulation going on off that higher low there. And if you break out, I mean, like, what do you do? Do you like use this wick probably as a target? Sure, man, sure. You can also just use like the highest point to the lowest point. And you already hit a 127.2. I think, like, you know, your target's breaking out, probably going to be that same 12.9 million wrapped ways, and then 15 million wrapped ways. I think if that's even the number, you just see what I'm talking about. Okay. And then if you ever break 15 million wrapped ways, then it's 20 million, which is just that wick high from May. But yeah, this is a spectacular looking accumulation. And this is the potential going on confirmed partial decline, which is amazing. So yeah, right? Market participants for so long have been able to push this up and down, up and down, up and down. But then you up thrusted through aggressive buyers getting in. Whoa, hold on. too much supply up here. So buyers relent, sellers take over. But when the sellers take over, far too many buyers and or not enough supply to push the price back down to that same level that it's been testing over and over and over again for the greater part of 6 months. So if you pivot before testing the bottom and then you rally to the top again, very high percentage chance of a bullish breakout to the upside. Too much demand right now. Long term, I don't know. I mean, since it bottomed out in July, it's an uptrend. Okay. All right, let's see. We have, less than 1 minute until your daily candle close. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button. That bell, that sub. Bullish engulfing candle will be confirmed in 35 seconds on Bitcoin's 4-hour chart. Very nice. I dig that. Three days about a bullishly engulf? I didn't know it was over. It already did bullishly engulf on Saturday. What are you talking about? That is not a bullish engulfing. What are you talking about? 3-day bullish engulfing candle. Huh? 3-day bullish engulfing candle happened on Saturday. We were here live. At the same time of bullishly engulfing, you also showed your first level of positive momentum. I tweeted about this stuff. What? This is the confirmation. This confirms the bullish engulfing candle. Okay? So Jesus chimes for confirmation that the bullish engulfing candle is super real on the 3-day. More positive momentum building, higher prices. Let's see how high we can get. Very, very nice, man. This is actually, 3-day on Saturday was good, but you closed in the zone. You've now closed out of the zone, above the zone of inflection. Don't be surprised. I mean, it could always happen where you come to back test 42,000 on the 3-day just for a wick, test the breakout confirmed with a candle close. You might get price action to confirm the validity on the next candle. All right, at the same time, maybe not, because we always talk about market participants who sit on the sidelines when Bitcoin reverses get punished so bad. They become homeless in terms of the gains they could have made, right? I just think about Bitcoin since it bottomed out at the 88% retrace. I mean, at its highest point already, in 15 days, Bitcoin is up 37%. From the lowest low to the highest high now of this rally. So yeah, just nothing burger close on the daily though. But yeah, 3-day. At least he brought it up so I went to it. I forgot about, he closed today. So getting near that 382, 46,754. Okay, so I just wanted to look at that. And then you can go to Ethereum to see, it's very, very good stuff on Ethereum, right? You had a successful candle close breakout 2 days ago, and now yesterday confirmed what was once resistance is support now. A break, a hook, all you need now, chat, is a go candle, which would take you probably to 34.17. I would think, whatever. Bitcoin, again, if it pulls back to 42K for that test on the 3-day, then you go to 3K here, or maybe even 2,900. Hopefully you can stay outside of the channel still, though. But yeah, I mean, if you start stalling, hidden bearish divergence argument will begin its development. It's already started to begin, unless, but it's so early. I don't think you could say it quite yet, all right? We talk about low volume. But I mean, this right here, when Ethereum bottomed out, that is high volume. You understand? High volume. Who cares about after? The volume coming in at the bottom, right? That's market participants are doing everything they can to keep this price dropping to see $2,000. And that's it, right? High volume like that can usher in major reversals. So many things can change with volume that high. High volume. Look at this. I mean, so much volume on the 24th. And nothing. It went nowhere. Tons of work. no rewards. Sellers don't like that. So it was like high volume and lots of downside. But yeah, there was high volume on the sell-off. But then again, tons of volume came in, but no movement then. So all right, so what do y'all think? Y'all think this 4-hour bullish engulfing candle on Bitcoin is going to manifest into the highest highs of this entire rally? I mean, to me, it seems very possible. Very, very possible. Momentum-driven asset class. People in disbelief get left behind when these reversals occur. So I'd be inclined to believe that if momentum shifted, if the reversals occurred, it will do things that would surprise you to the upside and downside. I think a lot of people were surprised when we saw the 886. I was surprised we didn't get a type 2, but whatever. That's on me for having any sort of expectation. But I understand the levels and what happens when you break certain levels, how fast things change on this market, right? Okay, let's go ahead to the request, I guess, right? Hex was next. Hex bearish engulfing candle, unfortunately, on the daily. Yikes. Oh, man. You don't want to do this. I mean, you could always come to back test 20 cents. It has never back tested 20 cents. The wick high from July last year. You can back test that. Look, here's the thing. Just give her a type 2. As long as this asset stays above 17.5 cents, super bullish. Like, that's it. It'll pivot, make a higher low or the same low, and then run to those targets, right? One like 27.5 and 35 cents. So, I mean, yeah, that's not a good day today, but most alts performed pretty miserably too. So all I'll tell you is, like, if you catch follow through off the bearish engulfing candle, just make sure you eventually pivot one more time above 17.5 or 20 cents, right? I mean, dude, assets historically will make type 2 returns, whether they're higher lows or the same lows or lower lows. You normally get that at the bottom, at the completion zone of harmonics, like M shapes, or W's get double tops, right? So as long as wherever it bottoms out at is higher than the previous low, you're good, right? Just like we knew here, as long as you make a higher low than the previous low from December, you're okay. There's an accumulation argument. So fine, sell off and give me another higher low, which just gives me more confidence to believe even more market participants own the asset than they did before. So, yeah, not a good day, but let's see how much follow through bears get with this bearish candle that completely covered the previous candle, which is the definition of the bearish engulfing. That's it. That's your hex. All right, Bitcoin Cash, which is the last request so far. Had a butterfly, I believe. Yes. So, Andre.
Hi, Mitch. I think I see a bat on the Aave/BTC daily chart. Could we take a look? Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, dude. What's up, Uncle Stubbs, man? All right, we're going to the bonus stage, chat. Cab up.
1 INCH USDT for little Tommy.
Okay. We'll do that, man. Thank you. Sorry, all my lights are off, so that's my office. Hold on. Let me turn them on. What is going on? Here we go. I can make it different, right? What's the color for like 80s? Is it like that or something? Let's see. I don't know. You can't really tell up there. Not very good. It'd be like a purple color or something. I don't know. All right, Ubi, what's up, dudes? Bruh. Can we get some hype in the chat for freaking Ubi, man?
Can we take a look at AMC, please? Smiley face.
Yeah, we'll look at AMC. All right. Thank you, dude. Holy crap. Sorry, Bourbon. So here's your Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash getting back above a level that if you didn't get back above it, so you were going to 209. So you got back above it, man. So like above this level, historically, you could go up to $500. Well, the issue with it is it's only a type 1, and there was no edge. There was no seller exhaustion that existed when it rallied here. It just hit a 1272, which is the beginning of the pattern completion zone of a textbook bullish bullish butterfly right here. So I'm getting confused. Let me change the color. I always do like purple butterflies because butterflies are kind of feminine. Purple's kind of feminine. You know, LSU fans, sorry. But yeah, I mean, normally in these situations, it's cool that it rallied, but most of the time you want to see something like this happen. And then on the, that second low, that type 2, you get lower levels of negative momentum. You get that. I mean, that's what you want. It isn't here yet, unfortunately, and you may never get it. That's okay. That's why you have thousands upon thousands of charts to analyze and look at and go through. And you're just looking for the ones that are giving you everything you could ever dream of. The ones that are doing the type 2 return and the pattern completion zone of a butterfly or something, right? With the seller exhaustion at nearly critical levels. I mean, what if it goes to 304 and just back tests it perfectly as support and you get bullish convergence? That also could be an argument, and it starts pivoting off that area. That could be like it's the entry now. But you haven't even back tested that area. Market participants don't even know it's a support again, right? Come back to it. Let's see what happens there, right? Let's get something like that if we're lucky, right? What's up, Leo? Thank you, dude, for the $6.99 Canadian super chat. Thank you, dude. Oh, purple's not feminine. Okay, I forgot, dude. Sorry. I know it's not. It's really not. I mean, purple is just purple. It's not pink, okay? I guess what I would do is if the butterfly goes to the maximum criteria and hits a 1618, I'll start making the butterfly. That'll be feminine. Then it'll be like pink, okay? I'll make a pink butterfly at 1618s, and then I'll make purple butterflies at 1272s. I think that's happy middle ground there, okay? All right. Next request was on the new day. Let's see. It was Lind or Ave to BTC. Didn't spend much time here, huh? Here it is in log scale. I think if it was in any kind of uptrend, it broke it. But let's go to linear real quick. I mean, you're getting down to those areas. You've lost like 88% of your value from these previous lows. I mean, yeah, there's like a bullish bat pattern. The M shape, the potential second test, right? You don't know in the first one, maybe on the second one you do know. On the daily, let's see, the 4 hours probably beautiful. 4 hours like a beautiful, beautiful harmonic, man. Oh yeah, like let's just look at it the way it is. You know, that's pretty neat. Oh yeah, it's a textbook bat. Maybe not. Didn't quite get deep enough. God, dude. Was close, but not quite. Doesn't mean it can't reverse here. But then you just like anchor. We'll see how deep it went. I mean, did it actually hit the 886? Yeah, I mean, all this is happening at an area that's good, like a good area. Look what happened at one point in history. Kind of similar context, right? You can just clearly see it. You have a cipher right here. Oh my God, it's like a perfect cipher. Yeah, dude. Oh my God, it doesn't get any better than that. That's like literally right out the textbook, man, of perfection, of like touches. So, I mean, like you've seen them before, and it only happens right after the best context, right? When you have big rallies, the uptrend's confirmed, and then you sell off. You make deep retraces, then you create the M. So it's like you're kind of trying to do that on AAVE or Lind coin right now. I don't think you're quite exactly at where you want to be. The 886, but certainly a 786 before, but 52% retrace makes you be like, wait a second. It would be a bat, not a Gartley. So the 886 is actually like 3,700 sats or whatever. So you're pretty close, and you're at areas that make sense for it to develop, right? It's not like you're identifying this harmonic up, you know, down there, up here, like at crazy highs. That's stupid. That's not helping you. But yeah, that kind of makes sense. So maybe Lind outperforms Bitcoin in time or something. Yeah. Next request was what's been a minute on this one? Good God, this thing got like literally devastated, man. But hey, it had done things in the past. I'm gonna spring clean it. Okay, so if we just look at like the swing low from the summer of last year, you can clearly see, right? I mean, below that level is kind of the abyss, man. It's kind of like you're screwed. But the good news is the asset is holding. It fell below it, but it's not about the breakdown itself. It is about the fall of the price action you receive. What happened? What was the fall of the price action? You rejected lower prices of the breakdown. So you're back above it. You're trying to hold 178. I mean, holding 178 is very, very good. Hidden bullish divergence kind of started to develop on the 4 hour. To me, though, it's like there's so much work to be done because it's like, yeah, your most recent event is the lowest low of the correction. You weren't showing any bullish divergence. If anything, you're only starting to begin the development of hidden bearish divergence. So, but at the same time, you're above a support. Very real. You don't always have to have the perfect edge for things to reverse. But normally when assets do reverse, these are good areas where they do. It's just, I don't know if this is going to happen. I don't know if it's going to actually hold here as support. It has, and it is right now, but right, it made its lowest price since January 20th of last year, over a year. So that's how you, I mean, that's all I can tell you, right? Is maybe if there's not like a confirmation low and there's not like bullish divergence or anything, all I can tell you about are the critical levels. And you are clearly, obviously, above a very critical level where massive, ridiculous reversals have occurred. As you can see, May 23rd, what a rally. Same thing in July. It could happen again, man, right? I would think like your level, like your upside is insane, right? I mean, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, you know, straight down. I think you could go to 366 to 392 if this actually held and began to rally again, because historically that's what it does normally, right? When it does hold this level. Gonna get the argument here. Like, it's always prudent to get confirmation lows at these levels, but at the same time, you may not get it. You may never get it, but it is above a critical area after falling below it. So it failed. Bears and sellers failed to, you know, conclude and confirm a bearish breakdown. They failed. And now the rally has occurred and you're above all the levels you need to be above if you want a massive markup. So yeah, anything above 178 could very well be bullish, okay? 1-inch coin. Not bad though. I mean, these are nice areas. This is a nice area on 1-inch coin, chat. Terrible areas up here, right? Oh, pathetic, ridiculous. 630. Are you kidding me? Psycho levels. 187 though. Pretty good, especially based on history. But again, you could still just be absorbing remaining demand here, and if Bitcoin's bad, it's not good for this. I think if Bitcoin rallies and starts reversing this trend, all these altcoins are going to begin to really start rolling, start running, pumping. Okay, so this could be very good. Low risk area, just not quite enough of an edge that you would always like to see, right? Okay, AMC. Well, you can't say you're not completely squeezed in. You attempted a breakout today, but something amazing happened today on AMC. Daily bullish engulfing candle. Hold on a sec. Wait a sec. It looks like we very well have a Jesus chimes daily confirmed breakout bullish engulfing candle on AMC at the pattern completion zone of the bullish butterfly. Oh, this should be pink, right? It's got to be pink because it's a 1618 threshold. Armada, what kind of pink though? It's like Valentine's Day. What kind of shade of pink? Oh, that pink's right there. That's okay. Yeah, dude, this is like it, man. You just it's like a multitude of variables, not all the ones you'd want. Historically, it's been a resistance before. It's never been a support. If you can break that, it could be exceptional. So like the historical stuff's not that great, but if you look locally, it is pretty amazing. Could be better, of course. We went from our lowest low to the highest high. You're at value perceived areas. So if you're between the 786 and 886, the local stuff, that's when you're looking for the local stuff to be really good, right? Deep value perceived areas, massive, right? From that major low to high. And then you start looking at, and it's like, okay, you're showing me a harmonic, a bullish butterfly, a 1618, falling wedge at near the apex. You might be breaking out today, bullish engulfing candle. Those are like the lower risk areas when you're at 886s, 786s. You're trying to articulate an argument for a long or something. These are decent. These are pretty good areas. Way better than if you're at a 618 or 50%, right? The risk is so much higher at those levels. Okay, so just the closer you get to an 886, the lower the risk is most of the time. Okay, because that's again when market participants around the world start perceiving value. 88% sale, 78% sale on AMC. I like that. There is no hot pink, unfortunately. You saw the color swath. It's pretty limited on pinks. So, lame. Super lame, dude. And that was the last request of the stream. Thank you again, Ubi, for that 100 for this asset request. I've been live for an hour and a half. What the? My mic was like running away from me. Hold on. Not the best setup on the mic. Okay. Bitcoin, great, man. You're so close to a massive breakout. Like, I just think breaking this 44.4 area with some confirmation, any kind of real price action, gonna make you go a lot higher, man. A couple $1,000+ higher. How do you make me drink? Oh, I mean, dude, you don't want to know. You don't want to know because it makes me sound like a bad guy. But, okay. Plus, I have a one-on-one. Remember, I minted those NFTs yesterday. I have a one-on-one today right after stream. So I'd like to be optimal for that. I got to make sure he's still on. Nah, I guess we look at XRP because it's been killing it, dude. It's been amazing. It's like, hey, TA respected. Can't say there wasn't a freaking huge bullish Bartley at an inflection point. It's crazy, man. It's like do or die. If you don't hold this, if you don't reverse here, there are less market participants owning the asset than they did freaking back in July, so that's good. So we still have accumulation argument on XRP, but eventually you need to start making higher highs because you're just making lower highs but higher lows. So that's just to me like tons of price contraction. So yeah, nice that it held. Very good rally. It's up a lot from that 886. The 886 everywhere, chat. Let's look at Luna. Luna looks real good, actually, man. I mean, this is what I love about Luna, chat. Good God, okay? Look what happened. 54.83 is not a joke. You fell below it in February, but you rallied right back above it like it was nothing. Then you get this little channel here. You tested it. You had some bearish divergence. Buyers were exhausted in the 4 hour. You pulled back. Okay, that wasn't surprising. But where you pulled back was substantial. Extremely perfect, okay? You see this right here, 54.83 to the cent. Then you look left to the cent. The peak from November 8th of last year, twice. You are now regarding that level as a support. And to me, it's like a confirmation low. Like one low, the second low we now know. And guess what? Already 4 hour bullish divergence on the higher low confirmation low spring back test to spring. This could go insane. Like, if the TA is respected, this could go berserk. Luna, yeah. I'd be like, oh, I can't believe it's up 10% or whatever. Yep, not a joke, dude. Above this level, all bets are on, okay? We got a better entry, way better entry than this, but that's an area where people can accumulate or add to their position if they're already in it, right? To a spring back test of spring and hidden bullish divergence occurring at the spring back test. It doesn't get much better than that for momentum, for upside momentum potential, all right? Because it's so strong that it can't make classic. You know, we always would want classic bullish divergence, but when you're already kind of beginning to uptrend, start showing hidden bullish divergence, that's the best you could hope for because it's a higher low. So accumulation arguments there. Yeah. Yeah, Wayne, that's good, man. Tequila, dude. I never do tequila ever. Okay. Well, it's been a good stream, 80 stream, whatever. You know, was it once a month? So.
Educators rule.
Is that a joint?
Thank you, dude. Thanks, man. So we good, man. We real good. Everything's fine. Ethereum's great. Ethereum back tested. What was once a supply line is now a demand line. You don't just have a candle close confirmation. You also now have a successful back test on the new day or the yesterday. I think that's really good. And that could turn into something really big. Bitcoin breaks 44.4. There could be a massive run. As just, where are the bears right now? That was their argument. 12 hours of selling today, and then just bullish engulfing candle on the last 4 hours of the day. $24 likes for what, dude? 10 likes? Oh yeah, for 500. We need, yeah, 21 likes for 500 likes. We could do that. Come on, man. We hit like almost 800 yesterday likes, right? Likes yesterday, sorry. And then you got total that is still yet to break out. If Ethereum is gonna catch follow through on the breakout and successful backtest, this will break out, dude. This will break out if Ethereum actually respects the TA for what it's doing on the daily. Okay, it will break out. Of course, it's gonna require Bitcoin to break 44.4, which it hasn't. It has only upthrusted and backtested the upthrust. But still, engulfing is kind of promising. So we'll see. Always a chance to gap fill. CME futures, you cannot be. It's $40,700 right around there for a CME gap fill. And we always fill eventually. But it could take 6 months. And just, you don't know. But like that, it's still kind of close right around here near the bottom of the inflection zone. That exists. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow or today. I'm just saying it is there and could always happen. So. Oh, we did it. We got the 500 likes. Thank y'all. All right. Well, I want to say thanks so much for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Good stream. I'll see y'all on the... Wait, hold on.
Okay, yeah. All right, I'm gonna say I'll see y'all on the next 80 stream. Calbunga, Bodacious, y'all amazing. Thanks for everything. Until next time, respect the TA.